everyone. It is Sunday.
All day long.
All day long. And yeah, sorry we were a little late. I was fired up about some things. Anyway. Working through it.
She's working through it.
I really am.
And I finally got some white in my little pot here.
And I was fascinated watching that too while I was ranting about things.
I know you were worried about me losing it over the edge there a couple of times. I was worried about it too.
It was very suspenseful.
Yeah.
Good times, y'all. Sorry she didn't do that on camera. This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together we are PM Artist Studio. Please do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. That's how we know that you were here. If you're watching in replay, no worries. We love you. Let us know down in the comments. And supposedly, if you leave a little bit lengthy, like, you know, anywhere from 7 to 8 words, supposedly that does something better for the algorithm. I don't know if that's true. I could be spreading rumors.
What was your source for that?
Another YouTuber.
Oh.
But I feel like, yeah. Couldn't hurt.
It doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt. So, you know, there's thought there.
Right.
But thumbsy upsies.
Write it up. Write it up.
Thumbsy upsies. And then I'm going to say hello to y'all because that's, you know, I asked for that. And then that's how you let me know that you know, are here and stuff. And subscribe to the channel if you're new. Do all that YouTube-y business that one does. Get our participants here. Christina is here. She's becoming a regular. Love it. And Lar. Hello, Ann. Becky Bokern is here. Oh, Becky, I loved the bags were great. That was fun. I didn't watch all of it because I just, you know, I like these late night things are tricky for me. But I did, you know, pop through it, and I just love what Becky's doing. She's handling business over there. Charmaine, Eddie, Gerald, that's Jerry, Jeanette, aka Jeanette, Jennifer McKinnon, Jennifer's Dog's Life, Jocelyn, Jolynn, Carla. Oh, somebody popped in there.
All right.
I think Christy Hartman, maybe.
I'm actually watching.
Christy Hartman. Lexi, Lizzie Jean, Lydia, Marguerite, Meredith is here. Good morning, Meredith. Panka, Ricky Nordmeyer, Robin, Rosemary, Shannon, SWL, that's Sherry, Tegan. The Shelley Studio, that's Margot. Just me popped in there. Okay, I think I might have missed some other people, but... Oh, Healing is Recycling Crafting. Hello. I know people have told me your name before. I'm trying to make new notes on my thing. You know, y'all. Thing. Hello, Belinda.
I think I'm going to use some of Walter's steak paper today.
Walter hooked us up with some papers, and he was very sweet. Wrote a letter, and
we kept it.
And put little labels on things. I mean, he was like, all right, y'all ask, you shall receive. Hey, Chase, welcome. Bev, okay. All right, Bev. I'm going to write that down. Because if I write it down, I am more likely to remember in the future. Otherwise, I will keep asking until I write it down. I need to put it in my little butt. Hello, Maritza.
I don't think onion skin is what I need. I don't need that today. I do want to use that one of these days.
One of these days.
One of these days.
Oh, one of these days I'm going to get new glasses, and I hope to see better.
On it. Okay, this is a Juan. Raw.
Juan.
It's Xuan.
I know.
I don't know for sure.
I try to know these things, but it doesn't stick. I'm watching for new, like, you know, hello, Estella. I don't know if I got. Hey, Colleen.
All right, we're going to do a little stamping on that just for shiggles.
Now,
let me see what this one is. This one is also...
I get lots of compliments when I wear this one out and about. Juan.
I don't know what's different from the other Juan.
Well, they are a brand that makes a lot of different papers.
Yeah, and probably there was something on there that was different about them. Oh, it's half raw, half ripe. I have no idea what that means.
Well, there was a big old discussion at one point in time regarding what all that meant, but I don't remember it. Gotta check with Fran. She was the one who knew more about it than we did. Would you like me to go topside?
Sure.
Okay. Did we do all of our things? You know, it's mid-month. Well, actually, it's almost the end of the month. So, like, you know, there are things over there. Makers, that's Makers and Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. P's going to work on her mask a little bit. I got to run down there and get the thing that I cut for you.
Yeah, I'm going to do, while that's happening.
And we got to do 2 cards today for Mixed Media, March 25.
All right. Well, I'm not up for that right now.
Okay. Hey, Sandy. Hey,
I got
Lisa
some
Jean.
stuff
Don't
going.
forget.
Now, the reason I feel reasonably sure about doing this is because we're doing it on unpainted paper.
Mm-hmm. Unpainted?
Unpainted paper.
It's raw.
Raw paper. It's raw. And then I've got some more things to do with the pointing scene that I have ideas on.
Okay.
I wanted to show you my mask.
Poinking or dabbing. Hello, Peggy.
My mask here.
Welcome, welcome. Hey, Rhonda.
Check it out, ladies and gents. I think it looks better on white.
Yeah, you guys show them all of that gluing down business because I don't know if people really understood.
I don't know if they really appreciate it.
But
Yeah, an hour and a half later.
Like she could have just done a stream of her gluing down the little tabby bits that she created. Look at that.
I'm telling you what, down in this little areas like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's brutal. Fortunately, there weren't that many of them. But there it is. Now, I've been looking at it. And look at it. It looks like a goat.
A goat?
Let me put it back down here.
I don't see a goat. You gotta point it
see
out.
the goat?
I don't see a goat. Unless you mean greatest of all time. Eddie.
No, I just
She doesn't know what
I'm not seeing a goat now. I did see a goat. Now I don't see a goat.
the goat has
Goats
left the
go,
building.
You know.
They come and go. Those goats.
Come and go.
Alright, if y'all been around a while, you understand that is not the first time we've actually had this conversation. They just show up, you know.
I
Goats.
swear to God, anything I watch, you know, that tic-tac stuff.
You know, Tic Tac.
That stuff and what is the other one?
Well, you don't
the
actually
Instagram.
Yeah.
Those
hook you.
they do. And I swear to God, I end up with goats.
Or hair things.
Hair things. Oh, hair
I
things.
love the hair stuff.
I know, and I get hooked into that, and you know, an hour later, I'm going, "Oh my God, really?"
I think I could do somebody's hair
this
now.
is what I did with my time.
This is why Pinterest was dangerous. I don't go to Pinterest. We have Pinterest. I post over there and I get out. I gotta go.
They were talking about something about Pinterest somewhere on some. Anyway.
I don't know. Does anybody
Okay.
Pinterest anymore? Hey, Jody.
But I just think this is so lovely.
Hey, Wendy.
I'm really having a hard time deciding, you know, if I want to.
What's next?
Yeah, what's next? So.
This is what happens when you use a really, really very pretty, awesome
right off
print.
the bat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It was right. Probably not a good thing to do.
Oh, I think it was a wonderful thing to do. And I think that you can accentuate it without covering things
Taking
yet.
away what's already there.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's my goal, because I really do want to still maintain and save keep
Paula.
the quality of this, because I think it's very reptilian.
Oh, I kind of agree with that. I don't know about sequins, but I think if I did take the gold marker and give just a little outline around the eyes, kind of like I did on mine,
Maybe.
it would just add a little dimension to it that I think, because right now it does feel a bit, the print is gorgeous, obviously, but now are you defining parts of the mask?
As opposed to the designs.
Right,
on
like a
the,
two-dimensional
situation.
Let's make it a little more three-dimensional.
I hear you.
And I think I'm going to go down there and grab the stuff off of the deal. Because I think if you add that up and around the top parts or even down at the bottom, that's going to add just another little level of dimension that will just gild it just the right amount.
That's...
Yes, top areas. Yeah, see, Rhonda says too.
My hope.
Decorate the edges and top areas.
I'm thinking so too, and even have it. And I didn't do anything to this yet because I thought, you know, I'll just wait till I get whatever it is glued on and my stick glued on and all of that good stuff.
Well, and
then really deal with the back.
Yeah, and I think with the back, you could just glue something down and just trim it out. Because now you've cleaned your edges. You've done the hard work with that.
Very true. Very true.
Okay. Let me go get the thing downstairs. So hey, Anthony.
I'm going to do some stamping because I found these feather leaves. And I'm going to stamp some of them in black and some of them in white. I mean, some of them in red. The 2 ink pads that I have, the big ones. And, there. Juice up the pad here. Don't have very much left in this one, but I think I do have a whole one back here somewhere. I mean, I'm still, getting...
I was just thinking, if you do you need more ink? I have more if you need it. Of the black ink.
I think I'm good for right now.
The back side of it, you probably have enough of the other print. Like if you tore it up and collaged it in.
Oh,
so it could be same front and back,
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, Jessie.
Get all those little holy things out of there.
Oh, did I miss a little bit?
You just missed one.
Okay. Do you like me checking these at you?
And even if I don't use these, I love to have these things on hand because I pull them out. That's a lot of what happened on any of the collage bits that I did on
this stamp is, Boho Dove Feather by Sophia. Thank you, Eddie. Well done. And then, yes, some of the other ones that you see out here are Christy Hartman's that's up there at the top. And then these little mask is a set from Fran called Plumes, Feather Plumes. What I'm checking at her right now because I went down and we decided that we weren't real sure exactly what happened to because this one came out a while back, so I don't know if it got used on something. It could have been just, we don't know. It was easier to just cut a new set.
I'll find them at another date.
Yes, they'll show up.
I'm looking for something else.
But she checked a few folders. And then I was like, okay.
I did. Alrighty.
Oh, one fell behind.
I got it.
I like that, Eddie. He says, missed a link, need a link, just ask him and he'll do his best.
All right.
Yeah, Mo will be here probably a little later. She has with the whole time change, she has a regular set appointment thing. And this happens each year where it's like, okay. Because she's in the UK, so the time thing happens at a different time. That's right. Yes, double points will be coming up. I believe we might even start it sometime this next week, early. So, y'all stay tuned. Oh, that's the Leaf Blast. That was that just came out this month. And that's the one that I used on my, or maybe no, it came out during February. Sorry, it came out February because I used it for some of the stuff that I did on my heart box. And Eddie, I can grab that that Blick link if you need me to. If you don't have it on hand. It is down in the description. She is using the wet strength tissue to print on, yes. And the big red pad is been altered. But for the most part.
This is the Juan paper.
Oh, this is Juan. The half raw, half, right? Okay.
Right.
Well, these have been out for a while, Ricky. But I think, you know, they may have come out whenever we were doing like a bunch at a time. That's why I hope y'all have kind of noticed this year we haven't been putting out as many designs all at once. That's, you know, on purpose, so it's not like things don't get lost in the big releases.
Yes, and I didn't like it.
She would get a little stressed.
I didn't feel like that I was
showcasing everybody.
Yeah, giving everybody their, just because I was so, yeah, I didn't like it.
She didn't like it.
Okay, do you know where the round pad for this is?
I do. I have it over here.
We're going to do a little experimenting here.
I need to take this downstairs and get it off to Mary.
I need to grab another. That just depends on how this goes.
Well, I think it is. Or did it? It's you. I think.
Oh,
yep. Okay. I was going to say, I think it got put somewhere else or put behind there.
I really like this. It's kind of like a trampoline.
It is. It's boingy. There's like a spring to it.
And I love this little morky looking.
Oh, thanks, Eddie, for getting that to Robin.
Thing there. Didn't know that it needed a juicing up, but you know, it never hurts.
It doesn't hurt.
Now I lost my place.
Okay, so I always like to mention this when the red pad comes out. One of the things to keep in mind with this is it is like an oil-based ink because it's really meant for sumi, like when you do the chop, like the name kind of situation. It's that sort of thing. So when you're going direct to paper, you're good. If that paper has any type of coating on it, it may not dry, like ever. I say ever because seriously, like we've had a situation. But the thing that you can do with this ink is you can come in with like a clear embossing powder and seal it in, and it works great.
Okay, I'm going to, I don't know how many of these I can do, but it still stays moist, but I'm thinking quite a few here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to have you do the wah.
Okay, do you want me to just do clear?
I think so.
Yeah, this is the never drying ink. Unless it's directly to paper, it will. Another thing that sort of keep in mind with it is that depending on the type of paper that you use, it does bleed out a little bit. Like with some of those heavier tooth type rice papers, the Japanese art papers, it will have a little halo of a bleed out on it.
Now, I don't know if the big one is going to be, I'm going to have to do it, you know, pointing on it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I could have had some of this already done, but my feeling about it is you need to see how
A little bit of the process.
it is a bit of a process. And I chose the black paper as an experimental thing here, just simply because I'll bring the mask in a minute and show you what I'm talking about.
Hi, Darcy. No worries.
Okay, Mariah, before you start wawing,
Mm-hmm.
you might want to go ahead and get some of that stuff down on this.
Okay.
Just thinking maybe that would be a good thing. Now, is it sticking to it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, really well. That's one nice thing. This ink is a lot like how we use the Distress Oxide stuff, because it's a little thicker, and it like I said, now her stamping to this paper, it does dry quicker. Like it is meant for that type of paper.
See, this is dry.
Yeah.
And it's not going to waw well.
No, but if there's any kind of coating or a little bit different type of paper, it does sit sort of at the top there and doesn't really ever.
Yeah, and if it's painted paper, it's real squishy.
It will never. I'm gonna waw. Wawing.
Wawing.
Yeah, those we have quite a few stencils, masks, and things like that that do require, and that's one of the reasons we try to, whenever we show them and talk about them, we say, you've got to be really careful, especially like with cleaning them. You don't want to be too rough with them. Yeah, it's one of those things. This is the counterpart to having those very intricate, detailed designs. They require much more like easy cleaning. Just soak them, don't necessarily scrub them, that kind of situation. Yeah. And I think that's one of the reasons probably a lot of other companies don't do things like that, because it has a higher probability of that. But we try to be very clear about that. And
all right, I'm not going to sit here and have you watch me cut, because
no, you just understand that this is where this is leaning.
This is where this is leaning towards.
Now, did you show them and ooh and ah at the, like, kind of hold it up into the camera, the two different ones that I wad? Because I think the color on those are so cool, and I don't know that you necessarily planned that it being on the black paper was going to look at how well that.
I wanted it to. I didn't know that it was going to do that. But I think that this is really cool.
Hold it up into the technology, if you would. And I will say that that paper, this is the steak paper, I think, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It was really, like, the heat gun on it, like, it went quick. And
really?
that doesn't, sometimes it takes a little longer for everything to heat up. So different papers, different things. Yeah.
Yeah. I like it. And the thing about it is they won't go back to back totally symmetrically, but enough that I think that I can do that.
Yeah.
Glue them together so that when they do, if they flip and flop, whatever, that you're going to be able to see the backside.
And Anina, sometimes you can't, removing from the gel plate. One of the things, like, once it's all dried up and you kind of have it cleaned up to the way that you want, you can utilize washi tape to, if you want to bridge those little breaks or anything. A lot of times that works great for then the next round. You may have to reapply that. Sometimes if you just let the paint build up on your on those, it will then reinforce it. But yeah, there are lots of ways to just kind of get around those little breaks, and sometimes it doesn't even necessarily, once you have it down onto the plate, it goes back into place, so it does what it needs to do.
Okay, so basically what you would do is you wouldn't cut out any of the details down here on the little feathery part, but you can see it fits, and it's going to flip
Nicely.
just fine. Very nicely. Flip.
Flip.
All right, so that's where that's going. That's one approach that I have, kind of put into the works there. Now, I got these out because I want to use these, but I want to use these, Mariah, with, we've got some kind of charcoal, an ink pad that's a little bit,
not necessarily black.
It's not totally black.
Kinda, maybe.
I'm hoping.
I have this. I don't even know if it's
still viable.
Right. And then of course we do have the pumice stone, which is like gray.
Well, let's see what this does.
Oh, and then I do have the this.
I don't know if this has got any oomph on it or not.
Yeah, I mean, those are pretty old. Those are like 3 or 4 years old.
Wow.
A little something. There you go.
Now, I don't know the reason I'm kind of like not liking this as much as I like these is because I think this is more stylized.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that that's the way I want to go, but if that is my decision, I do know I have these. So I'm going to go ahead and...
Yeah, I think it's one of those things, like, you don't want just one of them hanging out there, but if you had enough of them intermixed with it, I think you could still get away with it.
And I mean, you know, you look at what's repeated here, the circles, the whatnot.
Yeah.
And this is just a reminder for me, because I'll take and put this over here. I think these come across as being more leafy rather than feathery.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they're supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
They're doing their job.
Hey, yeah, they are doing their job. This really isn't all that bad. This gray one.
There's that one too. Now, the thing you're going to want to remember about the Distress Oxide is that even with the glue or whatever, it will reactivate it. So we may want to seal those in if you want it to stay in place and just be. These are the Funky Flower Leaves by Christy Hartman. Mm-hmm. Link in chat.
All right, so I've got those, and I'm just going to put those over here.
Okay.
In with a bunch of leaves. Okay.
Okay. What's next?
Now what we're going to do is we're going to
Yes, exactly, Lexi.
Get some paint on our leaves. Not leaves, our feathers.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a big...
Where do you want that?
I have to look at that because I'm going to think about my colors. That...
Okay, you need it for reference.
Mm-hmm. I very much need it for reference. All right, let's get these little jobbers over here. Now you realize these are all being... They will be used in one form or another. I don't know that they will all be used. But...
Hey, Jim. Hey, Teresa.
You need to have them...
Those are the Feathery Plumes by Fran.
Feathery Plumes. And the reason I put this paper down before I put down my gel plate is because this...
Oh, you need a little tape. It's not sticking anymore.
It is not sticking anymore.
And no more sticky.
No more sticky. Okay, I've got this one, which I just got from boys yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I told them to toss some out because they're cracking.
Yeah, this one was really... I had to cut a whole edge off.
Yeah. Because they start to warp and crack. Especially like... Now, we don't have any more of the... maker machines they could put on us, so we strictly have the Cricut Airs now. We like those better, and they aren't as hard on the mats. Hey, Lindsay.
All right, so there we go. Now we've got our... We know that that's gonna work.
No, but I am wearing my fork jewelry. See? That was made from a
Or
fork.
what?
Fork jewelry.
Oh, yeah.
That's my birthday.
Now, I
present.
can't take this right up to the edge here because I'm going to use tissue paper.
Nice.
To, that's just that little spot there that, I don't know, things end up there and
Yeah.
It's going to make the whole yellow beans different. Never know. Never know.
She's feeling for the edges. Yeah, the settings matter on the machines, and it's really funny because, you know, we run 4 different machines, and then we have like 2 are connected to computers, 2 are connected to iPads. They all run differently. And our most favorite, best machine is the oldest one. So, just goes to show when a company first comes out, they kind of have better products. But once they start mass producing, but it could just be that we got lucky. I don't know, because we've had other machines that we had to return them.
Really?
Yeah, 2, in fact, we have returned.
They just didn't work.
I mean, like right out of the gate, just we're like, okay, this it doesn't get better. That's the other thing. Is it doesn't like if you're having trouble with a machine, return it. Get you a new one. I don't know why that is, or you know, guess it depends on who's working the shift. There's good ones and bad ones. Ooh, hi Sophia. So you're gonna kind of long haul this? Is that what you said?
Well, yeah, so I can get a whole bunch of
Yeah,
good stuff on here. I mean, you know, it's a twofer, and I'm spending a lot of time, you know, like getting these.
yeah, those are gonna clog up pretty quick.
These are gonna definitely, and up here.
But that's also, I think, one of the reasons she's just gonna go ahead and use those and stick them down and glue them down. These are ones that you, right away you would want, if you want to have them continue having those openings, you would want to soak them and clean them.
Scrub them. Give them a rub it up.
Yeah, and I think these would help hold up pretty well because they're just it's not a lot of thin. Now that one, if you got after it a little too heavy, it probably would open up, but hey Mo. Oh, soggy metal. Mmm. We still, Izzy's our baby. She's the baby. I think you should move those little ones more kind of middle, and then I don't know. You're doing a great job, Patricia.
Thank you, Mariah.
Your layout skills are
Stellar.
superior.
Very true. All right. Good canoe. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. So, what I really thought about doing here is just painting these black and then using the
color shift on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
Chuckles and grins.
I remember.
But the whole thing about it is, I don't know how much more color I need.
No, I think you really, ideally what needs to happen there is, it needs to be like in those grays,
Grays and
blacks, and gold.
Yeah.
And like you did the maroon, like they need to be the darker, subdued.
Yes. All right. Excellent. I'm glad we're all on the same page there. So we're going to use this Lizard Matter Lake because it's a more purpley, maroony red.
Hey, Lori girl. Hey, Sunny. Welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already. If you're really keen on helping things happen over here at PM Artist Studio, share this stream with a friend. Come back, comment below. Do all those YouTube-y businessy things that people do. Like, share, subscribe. Yeah, that's the stuff.
I've got some annoying things going on with my
She has not dealt with her situation. And let's just say, just much like with anything in life, if you ignore it, it does not get better. But she sure does like to give it a try.
I'm willing to work with that.
Right. This is, hey, and isn't this, oh no, this isn't the one that's like Murder Lake or whatever it is, or is it?
Matter. M-A-D-D-E-R. Matter Lake.
It's murder on the Matter Lake.
M-M's.
It matters. That is funny. That makes me laugh.
Whoa. Okay, we've got a lot of...
Not a lot of paint.
Got a lot of paint here.
Well, you don't have a whole lot of holes there. So I think you were kind of judging like how you normally would with how much... It's amazing how much paint will fill into areas. There's not a ton of area that was filling into... there's a round, but, it's different. Hello, Seppa. Every once in a while I get those things on, like the feed or whatever, and it says, oh, well, you might be, neurodivergent or, kind of listing off some things, and I'm usually like, oh, well, yeah, that makes sense. And then somebody posted something about, like, how to do math, and I was like, that is exactly how I do math. So, I don't know. Finding out things about myself via the internet. I don't know if that's really the way that you want to go about doing those things, but... Okay, what was that? That's the... Micaceous?
No, raw umber. It's dark brown.
What was that? What's that?
I don't even know from whence it came.
Things are just showing up. Ooh, that brown's drying quick.
That brown is drying quick. We'll probably have to use another technique here.
Hey, but you're getting those feathers.
They're getting
grunge quick.
I mean,
this may go quicker than we thought.
Oh my gosh, here's one that got left out.
Oh, it's a left out leaf. Feather.
That's all right.
Okay.
Time we get done.
Yeah. Look at that. I paint's dry. If that's happening, it's dry. It's just going onto the brayer.
It's going on to the brayer, which is already
Adding to her work situation.
mucked up. All right, now we're bringing in the washout. Okay.
This is gonna juice things up. Woo!
Woo!
This is an altered washout of sorts. Was there other things mixed in it? Was it just washout? I think other things are in there.
It has other things in it. It was not labeled as such, but
you can usually tell by how it rolls out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This piece of paper here. Pretty sure it's from when I was cutting up the mask.
Oh yeah. That makes sense.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Pieces of
yeah, but see,
parts.
here's the thing. Like, see, if you wanted it to add that type of grunge, it wouldn't have done that.
What?
Like, if you purposefully, if you were like, okay, I know this is gonna do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do want some. Remember, you want some to stick to the stencil mask, stencil/mask, because that's what's cool is when it suddenly decides to release. And you get some very interesting effects. That's a good one. All right. Yeah. All right. Getting some good stuff on these. I think I need let's try a cadmium red. What are you reading, Mariah?
I am turning the air off.
Oh.
Because it stopped blowing around back there, and I'm assuming that probably had something to do with how quickly the paint is drying as well. También.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of the above.
Carla says red and brown chocolate covered cherries she has not eaten today. She has some chocolate covered cherries. I don't like them. I think they taste like medicine.
I like them. Izzy likes them.
Ugh.
She came up here yesterday and said, Gigi?
Mo has some at her house. She says,
do you have any
over.
contraband?
Yeah, I know. That's what I said, because she brings it in. Like, I said, you need to take all that contraband upstairs. Because, yeah, that's what the sugar is.
They had some good ones at Costco, too.
There's some things that are still downstairs that need to come up here.
Those one cookies, did you try one?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, they're quite decadent. They give me a headache.
Oh, really?
I don't know what it is about. Like, if I have something way too sugary, it gives me a headache. Healing is recycling. She says, do you use a special laundry soap for paint on clothes? No, it's a lifestyle.
No,
I did recommend
worry about that.
I did recommend, like, on her black pants that had white, like, smudges, just to go over it with black paint. I feel like that's a very, artisty thing to do. Hi, Rose. Yeah, so does this one over here. And then she has, like, little tins and stuff that she's... Because I told her, I was like, can you just not leave that stuff out? Because it's very hard for me. Very hard. Paula hides jelly beans in her Cricut drawer. Do they rattle about when Shane's cutting? That's funny.
No, I really try to, kind of keep my sugar intake when it's infused with chocolate
Yes.
because that's a mood altering drug.
Right. Okay. Jean would like to know, does the watercolor grounds make the paper so that when everything dries, it will not reactivate with water? No, I don't think that that's really what it does. It really is more about prepping the surface. It will not necessarily like seal something in or make it less movable or anything like that. Yeah. I think that's safe to say.
Oh, I think we've got a
Hey, Dawn.
tomato soup here.
Hey, Ellen.
Very smushy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, you could never predict how this process is going to go. Have you noticed?
Yeah.
Just
Depends on the day.
depends on the day. All right, can you get those off there for a bit?
Yeah, you need to remember we need to do 2 cards today.
Okay.
Because I've got things to do tomorrow too. And I have to do a card tomorrow. We're getting close. I don't know why you're giving me that look. I don't like that look.
All right, I'm going a little shy with the paint here. Spray everything around here. So
that was, what was that? That's the metallic blue.
Yeah.
Aura paints. Most of these have been the Aura. Well, yeah, I guess you've used some of the umber was golden.
Yeah.
And then there were washouts, which are just, altered things. Rhonda says it's looking gorgeous. Matte red and old-timey color. Yes. I think that's why P likes it too. Kind of has that Victorian. It gives a real Victorian vibe. Lexi says, I love summer. It means I wear shorts and I can wipe paint off my hands onto my legs. It's always dangerous to transition back into long pants for the winter.
Yeah, I think I have some of those.
She doesn't wear shorts. She lives in paint. It's okay.
I do.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Now see, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. Oh my gosh, these are sticking together. No.
No fraternizing.
Yep. Still got some white stuff on it. I think these are starting to really get into that color range. Look at that.
Oh, yes. I love that. It's almost like you know what you're doing. I should put it side by side. Wait, here, hold on. Ready?
Now, did y'all screenshot that?
Becky's usually the one that screenshots. She wanted me to use the crazy one that I did the other day. I didn't use it because I was like, I don't know, I want to scare people away. We're trying to bring people in.
Yeah, I'm not.
Like, I don't know about that.
Oh, looks a little unhinged.
Although, maybe.
Going around, we don't really need to encourage that. Okay, I don't know that this is the right thing to do, but it's what I'm going to do.
It's what you feel like doing?
That's what I feel like doing, and I know I can always rectify it.
All right. Yes. Becky's she'll screenshot it.
Lovely, lovely grunginess here. I don't know if it's necessarily what I need for my feathers.
It will give you yellow. Saffron will. Saffron is yellow. I know this is like definitely right up your alley. I don't know that it
Oh my gosh, look at this.
tickles my fancy, but
Isn't that gorgeous? That's some good leaf stuff right there.
Lexi wants to know, is that Brer off ready to retire? I think she's feeling good about it. She'd like you to do something with it. Good call. Yeah, that's funny.
Alrighty, well, we've got
your one little.
That's really, but there's some little divots and whatnots on these others. Okay, we're gonna try and we're gonna do another red. We don't want to lose our red.
Now, here's my other question for you. I know you spent all that time setting them down there and doing all that business, but what are you gonna do on the back side of them if you actually use those leaves?
Just paint them black.
Or feathers. Why am I stuck on leaves?
I know. Feather leaves.
Feather leaves. Yeah.
Now, I want you to notice here. This is the other thing that I really love about these. You have
a special trinket.
Perfectly round little annular
trinket.
Look at that.
She saves them. We don't know what we're doing with them yet, but we're saving them. Look, see? Old jar for them. And then they go into a bigger jar.
Yeah.
That's the jar for the table.
Table jar.
Table jar. And they go to the bigger jar. That's the hoarder jar.
I want to make sure I get, red on that little part down there where it doesn't have any red.
Hello, Elizabeth. I think it usually, like when you use saffron in rice, it does have a little bit of a flavor, but it's not like oh, that's saffron, right? I have a saffron infused gin, and it, I don't know that it was just fancy.
I think I'm just going to leave that.
Oh, paella and fish chowder. We're going to Colleen's house. Seems like she knows what she's doing over there.
That was turquoise halo.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Juliet says it has a slightly flowery taste. She grows saffron.
Oh.
It loves the desert.
Yes, high dry.
High dry. Oh, yeah, it always leads back to food around here.
One of Izzy's friends is, her parents are Indian.
I don't know about that, but they're Muslim, and they celebrate Ramadan, and they bring us something every year.
Bring us
so good. I ate it. And
did you eat the rest of it?
Heck yeah, I did.
I was gonna have I took.
I will say
everything.
Because though it had chickpeas and rice and stuff.
I love the chickpeas.
So good, but because of my keto thing, I'm not used to eating that sort of thing, so my belly hurt a lot last night.
Oh. Well, you should have left that for
I know. I really should have, because my system doesn't like it like it used to.
The chicken was so yummy. Oh, my gosh. Mm-hmm. So yummy. And you ate the dessert part, too?
No, I left that for Izzy. So you need to discuss that with her. It is her friend.
Oh, this is true. But I don't anticipate that she's going to love it. It's a little bit... I had a little tiny taste.
Well, part of it, part of it was like a pasta fruit salad kind of thing, which I thought was really funny because that's very like a southern sort of thing. And then there was like a cake deal. Ooh, I think you should be done with it at this point. Like the feathers look fantastic, although you may need to add a little something because you did pull up stuff off of them.
I did.
I don't know what's going to stick, or now you're kind of in this limbo area where it's like,
where is my...
Yeah, and like you make it with yogurt instead of like with
Oh,
mayonnaise or whatever.
I use some tzatziki
Like a-
on mine. And some
And whatever the little like hummusy type stuff, that stuff was hot. So were the chickpeas.
I really like that a lot.
And Eddie says he can't get down with a fruity pasta. It was actually really good.
Well, I'm really at...
Oh, I love a samosa.
I'm thinking what I'm going to do. But I don't want to lose the patina on my...
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm going to pull them now, and then I'm going to come in when I do the black on my back and hit these spots that...
Yeah.
And maybe, use red and...
Yeah.
But we've got some pretty good buildup here just for...
What, 3, 4? Maybe 5. He's still not convinced. No, it was like, macaroni, elbow pasta with then like apples but you use like a vanilla yogurt instead. I thought it was great.
It was very yummy.
We're not convincing Eddie. He's not.
He's not having it?
No. Hi, Diane. Welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in chat so we can say hello back and we can have more, not only arty talk, but we love to bring in the food art. I think that's really what it is. It melts. And basically P cooks like she, makes art, so.
I never make anything the same way.
That's right. It's mixed media.
Truly.
Truly. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Trying to keep these over here on my paper so I can pick it up and show it to you here in a minute. I should just have them on white.
Oh yeah, and when we used to do the Blue Apron recipes, a lot of them had the harissa. I think that's how you say it. Spicy stuff in it. I think we might have even bought some.
Okay, so this needs to dry completely.
Yeah.
There's some shiny areas out there.
You did. I mean, for what? I think, 5 layers maybe? You don't have to count the prints over there. There might be more than that, but not many. This is a mini haul, not a long haul.
Yeah, and it was just to get the patina on
them, their feathers.
Yeah, there's really only one. Well, there's actually 2. This is a gorgeous print. Look at the depth and these look more carved and rocky looking.
Yeah.
I love that. Very ghosty. Almost. Ghosty looking. And then this one. I love this a lot. I mean, nothing's really defined. That's almost what makes it really cool.
You have to kind of spend some time with it to make out the details.
And you've just got lots of wonderful layers of loveliness there. Lots of layers of loveliness. Now these 2. Okay, this is too much paint.
Smushy.
Way too much paint. Too much paint. Just the right amount of paint. Now, see how that's looking very, I don't know what, but here's the second red one that came off. Actually, this is the third.
Yeah.
because the other one's over here drying.
Yeah, so the one application of the red and gold yielded three different pull-offs.
Yeah, I think this is the second one, or maybe that was the first one. I don't know. But, you know, it's not to say that these cannot be used for something else. Yeah, we didn't get that many. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah, but 3 of which were from one application of paint.
The red.
Yeah, the red and gold.
But we knew that we wanted that.
Yeah.
As far as the now, I think what I will do is I'm going to let these dry because they are.
Yeah, because otherwise you're just gonna, you know.
If I put them down, I'm afraid that it's gonna pull off.
Yeah.
And I don't want that to happen.
Because you did a good job. They're spot on.
They are, and I want them to really dry well so that I don't have to worry about having stuff coming off that I don't want to come off. I love them. They're almost rusty.
The other thing that you can do, this is the beauty of Yupo. Because it's, you know, one of its main things that people started using it for was to actually apply watercolor, alcohol inks, all sorts of different mediums to it as a, you know, reusable paper situation. Even though it is 100% polypropylene plastic. But one of the cool things about it is that it does take the mediums in a way that some of the other materials that people use to cut stencils with. So you could come back in once it is dry and even use your sparkly watercolors to fill in those spots, because it'll do it in a nice subtle way, because most likely it'll stick in those spots more so than it would onto the paint. And you could even come back, like, you know, apply your watercolor, then wipe over it, because it'll attach to the open areas of the Yupo more so than it will the paint necessarily. Again, depends on how dry the paint is. Oh. She's real proud of herself too.
I'm very proud of myself.
You should be.
Very proud of myself.
That's good. Oh, I could spatter the, you know, if you had them laid out like that, I could spatter, because then you really wouldn't notice the white.
You know, the white is bothering me a lot less.
I agree with that.
It's almost like it's little shiny spots.
Mm-hmm. And I think if you did put a little, just to bring the gold from the mask over ever so, and just do the really light spatter.
With like my toothbrush.
Yes.
I think that's that is a great plan.
All right.
All right,
Janice.
now, I need to put these someplace, and I'm going to hand them to Mariah
because she'll lose them.
They'll get buried over here in the. But I'm going to grab all of my feathery papers, Mariah.
Okay.
And what I'm hoping to do.
And of course, Paula is on board with the spatter.
Ready to go on
Tuesday.
Thank you.
Remember, you use the stickier mat.
I want this on the top because I want these to breathe. So I'm just going to go ahead and hand this to you. And
I'm going to put them in the drawer over here.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, I put it in the drawer.
Announcing it on
Somebody will remember.
and if worst comes to worst, we can just come in and say, if we look at about, you know.
Yeah, a very light spatter. Agreed.
Then I've got these, and if you can kind of put these in the same general area, that would be wonderful. Because then I won't have to look for them over here in the big old mess of things. Alrighty, now what?
22 and 23.
What time is it? Oh, I've got lots of time.
Yay. Yep. Like 49 minutes.
But we don't have anything picked out, do we?
Well, you've got cards over there. Well, sort of, because you have the circular ones. And then, yeah, I mean, really, like, she acts like... I don't know what to do with that information.
What information?
The fact that you're acting like...
I don't know what's going on.
No, that like there's nothing to go like to access.
That wasn't. No.
There's a whole pile of prepped things.
Yeah, I really like this one. I definitely think we need to use this one, but I think
That should be on your birthday. It's kind of a
This?
celebration of Patricia.
Okay. I really want to do some fine spattering, black spattering on the edges of that.
Okay.
And I think this would benefit from some fine spattering. This is still Vincent van Gogh, and I don't know what to put on there.
Yeah, I don't.
But something will jump up. And this is, crisscross
Applesauce.
applesauce. This one's done. This one's done. This one's done. I think this one needs work. I still don't like this one. I love this one.
I love that too. That's got a story.
That's got a story. And I love this one too. This is with the glass beads.
Hold that up and then, yeah, give it the wiggle. I'm a little sad about my glass bead situation on my beak of my mask. The first round of it was great. And then it dulled out. And makes me a little sad. I don't know.
Maybe you just need to scrape some more on there.
I don't think the answer is more on this one.
Oh,
because more brought us to this situation. To where we're at. So yeah, I think.
Well, here's my idea. If you paint it gold, bright gold, and then you put some more of these on top of it, and I'm talking about the acrylic gold rather than your watercolor stuff. I think that you're going to have better.
You think so?
Well, yeah, I think the glass beads are going to show more better.
Or you want
look at my glass beads.
Yeah, I know. And here, look at that. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, it just went flat.
Which I don't understand, because that's not normally what happens. And the first round that I put on there a little more sparsely was perfect. I was like, I just need more.
I'm not putting those on there. That's just.
Oh, sorry.
I don't
bumping you.
Feel comfortable doing that. Okay, I'm considering this one done. I don't know what it's going to be, but it weighs about 5 pounds. Came in and worked on this little jobber. This is kind of like, caviar gone bad.
Oh, Sophia says a dry brush technique on top can work really well with the glass beads. I think so. We'll play with that tomorrow. Tomorrow's my day.
Tomorrow's Mariah's day. I might need to do a little, I'm going to put that up there.
And I'm only doing sort of composition, so hopefully she will, not have to go wash her brushes. That's going to be the now. Do you need to go wash your brushes?
You look like you're stacking up over there. I think you need to go.
Go wash your brushes. I'll handle this over here.
This kind of looks like the crust on cinnamon rolls.
I think that needs to be a t-shirt.
What?
Sometimes I just need to go wash my brushes.
My brushes are calling me.
Yeah, I can't deal with what you got going on. I'm gonna go wash some brushes.
That can be, yeah, okay. All right, now, we haven't even talked about this. This is what Mariah was talking about. Okay, so remember I stamped these?
Yeah, and her stamp still had the red on it, so it came through.
Yeah, a weird color. It was supposed to be all shiny and whatnot, and I don't know what happened, but it didn't shiny up much. But now the other one did. But we've already used, did we use that already? Yeah, the blue one.
Yeah, I think so, Lexi.
Yeah. Didn't
we did
so
blue.
Well, as far as stamping with the stamp, but the actual gel print looked pretty cool. And I think it's going to be cool to go ahead and use this one, because what number is the blue one with the circles on it?
Oh, 20, I believe. This one.
20?
That, or 21.
Oh, good. So, look, this is going to be 22.
Perfect.
So these like go together. I just think that this is really.
Yeah.
I don't
know if everybody saw what you came back and did with that afterwards, right? Or maybe. I don't know. Yeah, you did, because then we mounted it. Okay.
This looks so cool on the black.
And that was the watercolor grounds, right? Or is that the...
I don't know.
We don't know.
I'm thinking it's the chalkboard paint because it's
got those cleaner edges.
Cleaner edges, less brush strokey.
Because the chalkboard paint is more paint-like, obviously. Yeah, it's paint versus the watercolor grounds, which is meant to prep surface.
Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to hand that back to you.
Okay.
And then 23. Let's do something with it. I
love those colors.
This. You have what?
I love those colors.
I love these colors too. Mm-hmm. And
bye, Anthony. Thanks for hanging.
Probably going to muss them up. All right. This is this one. This is going to be this one. But we're going to do some stuff to it. All right. Let's get rid of everybody else here. I know we just keep going through those, but there's somebody here that didn't see them. Well, now we've got a big hooty-doo. All right, that'll work.
All right, Paula. Timer.
What?
Paula's going to the store. She says timer.
She's a fast store goer.
Well, I think it's just right up the
street.
Yeah, I mean she lives in an area where it's like that's kind of how they operate. Like they've got the little store. I mean, that's my imagining. I don't know that. These are my.
Okay. All right. So, let's see here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a walking city. There we go. Yeah, that is not how that's not how Texas is done. No, you gotta drive everywhere. I mean, I guess there's certain areas you could live in, and there's, like in downtown Dallas, if you lived in an apartment, there are whole walking areas, and I think even maybe like the downtown Plano-ish area.
Yeah.
Even the downtown there are pockets in little downtown areas that they have planned out that way. But for the most part, it's not like every neighborhood is set up that way. It's little cute downtown areas that they've...
Yeah, the rent's really high.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Addison's that way. Addison's insane. It was even back in the day when things were still, reasonable. Addison was not. It was all she. But all super fun place to live.
I hope this isn't going to absolutely, destroy this. I hope that it's going to enhance it.
If you're wondering what this stencil is, this is aqueous. Small. I don't know what its original size was. Because she's got pieces and parts here. Because she does that. And that's why it also looks a little weird. But it's not even broken. It's just...
I just wanted that cut off.
Mm-hmm.
So that it had a good, more better edge.
She got it out of the IMPPs. Exactly, Anne. Oh, I love that. I love that too, Becky. Mm-hmm. I would like to be put on the playlist, messaging. Becky, Lygia, hook me in. About that, Becky.
Look at that.
Ooh. I love it.
And can you see the little places
Yes.
where I've got the
Yeah, where
what do you call that stuff?
that was the pumice, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now what we're going to hurry up and do here, while we still have this down here, is we're going to, okay, Mariah, I need you to take those away for just a second. I don't
Okay.
want to get any.
Yeah. Cross-contamination. One color set at a time. Bye, Sophia. Thanks for hanging. Give your daughter a hug. Tell her it all eats the same, usually. I mean, you know, sometimes not, but. Ah. Well done. Look at that.
Now we have to decide, because remember, this is smaller. So I'm just thinking about going turquoise.
Why don't you leave that to me? I got an idea about the backside.
Oh, the backside of this.
Yeah, to do the I can kind of use my markers and do a reverse kind of color situation. So like where the blue is, I'll put purple. Where the purple is, I'll put blue, and then bring in the yellow and have it kind of go around. I think that'll be fun.
I didn't really understand that, but
Right, you're not against it.
I'm not against it.
It didn't sound terrible.
Didn't sound terrible. And
Sometimes she's right away. I don't like that.
I don't.
Whatever you're doing, that sounded terrible.
I'm not going to do that.
No.
That's not good.
I don't understand it, and I don't want it.
I don't want it. Oh, here, what am I?
When Izzy was itty bitty, I don't want it. I don't want it. That's what she would do. I don't want it.
Oh, she was a hoot.
She is still a hoot, but you know,
Yeah.
it was super cute when she's little itty bitty. You know, I don't want it.
Hoot and a holler. Okay, so. Okay, let's try a little of this lavendery stuff here. Do have a little blue on the thing, which I'm hoping that's going to.
Well, if any of us win the lottery, or you know, hit it big, or you know, get that inheritance that we didn't know was coming to us, y'all can start an old folks home that'll, you know, have like the Gen Xers. I believe that's what we're talking about here in the chat. I'm for it, and I would like to be there, but I don't know. I don't want the music too loud. Even though I like the music, I don't want it so loud. Is that bad? I used to, even when I went to the club, I would put stuff in my ears, earplugs and stuff. I never liked it, and that's one of the reasons I can still hear. That's good, son. Ooh, yes. Nice.
Okay, now I'm thinking black.
Oh, like you did on the one. Mm-hmm. Show folks how you did that last time.
Yeah, how did I do that? What paint did I use?
I think you used the 2.0. We may have to, like, although you re-upped it.
Hurry up.
But we might have to buy some more of that. I mean, it did last forever. It is pricey. But it's earned its
It has.
place in the world. And then we could try the 3.0.
Look at how beautiful that is.
It is nice paint. This is kind of like, you know, whenever you're introduced to really nice cheese. You can't eat craft cheese after that.
And this is after it's been diluted about half and half.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, wonderful. I love this. I am so on board with all of this. And I do like Metallica as well. It is, because let me tell you, so that Culture Hustle, you know, the Stuart Simple company of paints, this is the 2.0 black. And she added the airbrush medium to it because it was kind of thinning out. And one of the things is that over time, like if you do not shake it up each and every time that you use it, it does like settle out. And you'll notice that like if you get it brand new. So I'm sure that there is some of that, like at times, some of what we put out was not fully mixed. So, yeah. Hopefully that explains that. Ooh, Paula's back, 9 minutes. That's impressive.
I don't think that's going to make that much difference on that. I don't feel like I have to wash it off.
She has a lot of feelings about that.
Doesn't that look wonderful? And we're going to play with the ones that are already dry over here in a minute.
Okay, and then
all right. This is ready.
This is dry enough to do my thing with. Okay, that needs to dry a second. It dries pretty quick too. It really does because it's so highly pigmented.
And it dries a very matte black.
Yes, like it's super fancy.
Look at that! Isn't that wonderful? You've got some good brighter offs today. All right. So, remember these little jobbers that we were working on?
Mm-hmm.
It's very, very, you know, distressed.
Oh,
looking.
yes. So why don't you talk through that? And what? Because I'm kind of doing this thing over here.
Okay. So remember, this was where I had my leftover paint, and I was taking it off of my.
Oh, hey, Phyllis. So what I'm talking about, sorry, just because we were jumping right off of that. Here, show them the, I know it's been altered, but hold that up into the, so
it's all mucked up.
But this is Culture Hustle. You'll probably see it, like, if you're over on Facebook or anything like that, but you can go to their website. It's Culture Hustle. And it's Stuart Simple. He's the guy that, like, you know, poked and prodded at the one dude regarding, like, because this is the blackest black, but actually they even have one that's, like, 3.0. Who knows? They may even have one, but it's always, like, they have the pinkest pink. They have the Calvin Klein blue. They've remade, like, the Tiffany blue. But they make all of the really fun, but they are super fancy paints.
Yeah.
They're really nice. They are pricey.
Now, you all saw what happened there. I added to this the satin glazing slow drying medium simply because this paint dries so flippin' fast that I felt very comfortable doing that.
And we've had this for like 4 years now,
oh, yeah.
I bet.
Long time. And we got some white here somewhere.
Oh, and it's fabulous. It's the Saint something, but it has a vanilla smell to it.
Do you know where that is? I'll shoot some.
Pink. I know it's still here on the cart somewhere.
Oh well, it's all right. We'll look it up and figure it out later. Okay, so what I'm thinking here on this is I think, you know, we've got the grunge going on here. So let's make it kind of what do you call that? trashy chic.
Shabby chic.
Thank you. Not trashy.
That's
shabby.
a different kind of chic.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not against it, but, you know, it's different. That's funny.
There might be some coffee stains involved in that kind of chic.
Mm-hmm.
Checking the brayer to make sure that we've got clearance.
Clearance. Hey, Margie.
I got some kind of little bit of something flying around out there. I haven't really nailed it down yet, but I guess it'll just... Ooh.
Paula's husband calls it shaggy sheep. That's also very different, I believe. Lovely. Now, if you want to watch how that was made on Thursday. Basically, it was the extra paint. She kind of did a little bit of what we call a shadow technique, where she lays it down, sort of picks up the paint, did some dabbing. You know, it started out with some dabbing, then the stencil. So multiple things happening with that. Well worth checking out towards the end of last Thursday's stream.
Okay, I want to talk to you about this because there is something. There's a surface down here on this.
Yeah.
Like, okay. So what I'm thinking is taking, just simply because I have them out here, the feathers,
Mm-hmm.
and using one of those oxides
Okay.
on the plate here,
Mm-hmm.
then allowing that to dry and coming back with
Now, if you use the oxide, it's going to it is going to smush about. There's something to keep in mind, like with a oxide. I don't know that matters, but certainly worth discussing.
So you're basically saying we need to do something else.
Well, unless you want it smushing around.
Okay. I think I'll just do something else.
Okay. I think you'd be probably better off with paint of some sort. Maybe like the micaceous or something.
Mm.
See? Hey.
Oh my gosh, that's wonderful. Fabulous.
Okay.
I love it. I love it. Look at this brayer on here.
Oh, that looks very cool.
Yeah. Okay. Here's what I'm thinking. Okay, what have we got here?
I haven't watched it yet. I saw that it came out, but I have not watched it yet.
Now see, this has got the blue on it. But I'm not quite ready to do that one yet. Let's see what else we've got. All right, here, we can use this one for a... Okay, so basically what I'm going to do here, trying to get this in. Ooh, doesn't that look cool there?
Yeah, that does.
Okay, so I do have this. This is micaceous iron oxide. It has gloss glazing liquid plus 3 droppers of H2O. And note, there was very little paint in the bottle.
So a similar situation where, especially like with the micaceous, because it is like,
yeah,
I mean, noticeable pigment. There's texture to it.
Yes.
It is not.
And these these are going to have to be taken in and given a bath immediately after I do this.
Okay.
So I'm going to put some stuff over here. This is I just read it to you, right? This stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also going to use some Titan Buff. And really kind of, it's going to give it a little more chalky, I hope, texture.
Yeah, I warned you. Pricey.
All right. I don't know. I think that these are going to be just fine. Oh, that's wonderful. Of course, the best.
Now, if y'all buy anything over there at the Culture Hustle, people, will you leave in the notes that you heard about it over here on PM Artist Studio? Because I would love for them to maybe send us something free someday. I've actually asked them before. They didn't respond.
Okay, I think this is going to be interesting. I'm going to save this.
Yeah, I love the, fractalization that happened on...
Yeah, cool stuff. Cool looking stuff. Now, this has to dry. But I think that you can see it. And really what I'm thinking about putting down to pull this is some of my kind of silvery gold.
Oh, do I need to wipe off the stamps?
No, I just stamped them off here.
Good deal.
I mean, look.
Yeah, you didn't put a ton of paint on that.
I didn't put a ton of paint on it.
Hey, Carrie, no worries.
I think it's just fine. I am calling it and saying it is just fine. All right, that needs to set aside.
Oh, hi, Helen.
All right, so what do we want to use on this one? I don't know. I'm thinking Titan.
Yeah, because if you want to keep that pink color, it needs to be something white or creamy or something like that. But
stuff here,
because it is very transparent.
This is silver, but it's really.
Oh, I think that'll be lovely because it'll give it more depth.
Pearly.
Yeah, because what's really cool about this is it has some areas that aren't full on like transparent, but enough. And so when you use those metallic colors to pull with, but keep in mind there is a certain added with metallics pulling that many layers of paint because they dry quicker typically. So you want to make sure you have enough out there and you get your paper down too sweet, as he likes to say.
And I got some kind of, I don't know, something going on there that's just.
I don't know.
All right.
So Paula wants to know, has anyone else ever turned over the gel plate to see it and then added paint to the plexiglass?
I think I almost did that once.
Lindsay has. It totally, yeah, that's totally like putting the keys in the fridge. Or accidentally throwing them in the trash because, you know, I've done that.
All right, I'm just going to go with white. Plain old, boring white. I really am going to have to do something with the sprayer.
Oh, that's right. It was broken snake skin. Yes, thank you, Mo. And Mo has also put a link to Jackson's, which is where the Aura paints are sold. If you're interested in those, I think price point wise and what you get, the quality and the price point are wonderful. They do dry quick though. That is something to keep in mind with them. Just overall as a, you know, brand of paint, that is something that we have noticed. But it also depends on where you live.
Yeah.
Bye, Liz Jean. Thanks for hanging. You got 15 minutes. And here, if you'd like to show the two finished cards.
Ooh, that looks so good. Bubbles.
Bubbles.
Bubbles. All right.
Aqueous.
Are we here?
So weird. I will do card number 24 tomorrow. When's Nathan's birthday?
24th.
That's tomorrow.
God's sake, let's don't forget to. We're going with Lucas Krill.
Mm-hmm.
Or.
Yeah, Cheap Joe's is closing down.
Really?
Yep. I know.
Well, that's kind of sad.
Yeah. Hi, Lorraine. Welcome, welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say hello in chat so we can say hello back.
Joe's getting old, or?
Well, Joe passed away like last year, I think.
Oh.
So I would say maybe, you know, the family's just kind of like, all right, this maybe wasn't their gig, or just...
They weren't as enthusiastic as Joe was about.
Yeah, maybe. I mean...
That happens. I hope this was a good decision, but, you know, if it wasn't...
Oh, well,
we'll do something else.
Mm-hmm. Cheap Joe's Art Supply. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I'm sure it's probably really kind of hard to gauge that type of. I love it.
Bottom one showed up a lot better than the other one, and I was thinking it was going to be exactly the opposite. That's all right, because see, I can now come back in
Stamp
and do another stamping
over
it. But look at this wonderful framed edge we've got going here.
Oh, that's right. And yeah, their stores in North Carolina. Yeah, that makes sense, Jesse.
Oh, was it in the flood
area? Yeah,
the hurricane.
They were Nashville.
Okay, we're going to do something different on this one. We're going to do transparent red iron oxide.
Oh, hey, Madam Beck.
Problem with these, they're not exactly half.
These are I want this size of plate because that's what she wanted, not that they are any standard. This is what happens when you cut up a gel plate. You get some kind of funky sizes. They weren't exactly in Asheville, but they're in the Boone area, which also very bad damage. So, and I think just, yeah, the whole area. If one of y'all want to drop that in, for Margie, the website for cheap shows. I know it makes me really sad because they were actually one of the places that I would recommend people to get, Yupo from, because it was pretty reasonable. Like if you're buying in those smaller quantities.
Yeah. Well, I think that looks cool.
It looks very cool. Looks rusty.
Rusty. Oh man, this is so wet. Just left a big old fingerprint there. Yeah.
That's how you know it's hers.
That is going to be cool once it dries. Okay. That one's not ready to go. Is that one ready to go? Oh, here. Good. We'll do some tape stuff. I know everybody looks forward to that. And let's see, we've got
That's just the
there's
that.
Lot of green.
Got 9 minutes to deal with that.
I can do it. I'm going to use fatter tape. Maybe yeah. Come on now, you're getting a start there. Let's just pull this bugger up.
Well, I think it's very thick, and you're gonna get like a sheet of it off. It might be a skin.
Okay, you must be very careful with your pointy scissors.
Look at that. That's playing with fire. So it's kind of like pantyhose. So once you got the runner started, if you keep that tape, you can glue it down too.
Well, you could.
She's not gonna do that.
I'm not into that at all. Let's see if it pulls better from this direction.
Ooh, I don't think so. Look at that. I think you should just see how
up.
much of it'll pull up. I'm just curious. I'd see, to me, like that's more worth than. I want to see how much comes up. Wasn't sure about that. That paint was on there thick.
It was.
I think the key to doing the taping method is a little bit thinner, and like if it has sort of breaks in what you've smooshed out there, I think that's a little more ideal situation versus a fully coated gel plate. I'm just letting people know. These are my observations. This is my John Madden moment.
Get after it, there, Mariah, like a biting sow.
I mean, otherwise we're just watching you, pull paint. Gotta add a little entertainment to this business. Hopefully that was helpful.
All right, I like that.
Yeah.
Now we need to decide what color.
Yeah, that could be it too, Paula. Like that, if it's partially dry, you could get some different, it'll pull differently. Because this was thick coat,
really
fully dry.
I'm just thinking hot pink.
Yeah, do it. Hot pink then. I think you should do the sparkly hot pink.
That one?
That one. Legia found that very satisfying to watch.
The little squirty business?
No, the pulling of the paint.
Oh, the pulling of the paint?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You just have to be one of those kind of people.
Yeah.
Not everybody.
If you're a picker, you get it. I don't know that I like watching it. I would like to partake in it, and that's why that's hard for me to watch, because she wasn't doing it the way I wanted her to do it.
I understand that sentiment, exactly.
I should have gone to wash some brushes. I'm making that t-shirt. I might just need to go wash some brushes. Maybe hold my glue. I'm gonna go wash some brushes.
Oh, it looks like a very
I love it.
Abstract painting.
Well, and it'll be fun. What'd be really cool is like Carrie's new stamp. If you came back in and stamped in that turquoisey color, that's some of the smudgy business that's there.
Oh,
That might be kind of cool.
Yeah. We shall
I think so, Becky.
that under advisement.
There was a lot of food talk. You got 3 minutes to make whatever decision you want to make there. Oh, hey, Zenjen. Not that that was meant as a challenge or anything.
What?
Nothing. Oh, that's pretty.
You see
It goes really well with the other one.
it do.
Mm-hmm.
You see the shiny?
Yes. Because remember, so this is still leftover from the other day.
From the circle.
From the stamping of the circles, and you know, there's, yes, always another print to be had.
Always another. I think actually I have something on everything that is possibly dry enough. This is not.
No.
I'd be pushing it. There, my silk. And see out there where there's a lot of.
Mm-hmm. All right, my Arty friends, that's okay, because it is time. We will be back here tomorrow for Mariah Makes. I'm going to be working in the journal, gonna do the layout with my little picture business and, you know, put down the things and show you how I do that. Along with, we will do card number 24. Yeah, see what else we get up to. But that's that. Until then,
Love you.
like a
Long haul.
bye, guys.
Bye.